Hello. So I am shooting a series of videos showcasing every single fish tank that I have to keep as future reference should I stop fish keeping, so I can keep all this as archives, as memories. And for today, the video will be on my 2 feet community tank. Um, this is a 2 feet by 1 feet by 1.5 feet community tank for a figure for a tank size of about 60 liters or 15 to 16 gallons. It houses 3 discus fish, a beta fish, and 11 tetras. Let's look at how it's filtered first. So it uses a really cheap, really crap air pump. Is a 5-watt air pump with 2 outlets that is plugged into just one sponge filter at the back with 2 sponges, and it's suction against the wall. Nothing much to say there. The air pump is held on with string on the LED light. Let's talk about the tank inhabitants. So as you can see, there is a checkerboard discus there, a melon discus there, and in the background there is a really small snake skin discus. It's quite discolored now due to the stress, as the fish have never experienced having a phone placed so close to the tank and me narrating while staring at them. So discus, they are quite shy. Other than that, there is this plaquette, half moon plaquette beta that is blue and red, and 11 neon / cardinal tetras. For an approximation, there are 5 neons and 11 cardinals. I started with 10 of each, but in the course of about half a year, I lost about half. Discus wise, I have kept them for about 3 months, and the checkerboard is the dominant one, followed by the melon discus, which is hiding. Those have grown from about the size of a quarter or a 50-cent coin to I would say 4 inches discs, while the smallest one, the snakeskin, constantly gets bullied, which is something that is bound to happen when you only keep 3 discus together. But unfortunately, due to the logistics of my tank, which is just 60 liters, keeping 3 discus is really considered quite overstocked. I have to change the water in this tank twice a week, and I have to filter it with a lot of plants. As you can see, I keep pothos plant. This is a land plant, a terrestrial plant underwater, and is tied down by some string on a piece of driftwood. It's a form of decoration and to alleviate some of the nitrates from the tank. I also keep a lot of floating plants. Examples would be this kind of honestly, I don't know what floating plants these are. It seems to be some kind of lily pad, but a mini lily, I guess. And they've grown in nicely from the roots, you can see. Yeah, they've grown in quite nicely. There is also algae on the sponge filter itself. So a bit more about this tank. It's a really old tank. You can see silicone marks everywhere. I have to re-silicone it every 6 months or so, being such an old tank. And I understand that this tank is really overstocked, because ideally in 60 liters you can keep around 20 neon tetras, and that's about it. But instead I have 11 tetras, a fighting fish, and 3 discus. A single discus itself would need about 15 gallons, so it's about the size of this tank for a single discus. Unfortunately, I just do not have the space, and I compensate by doing more water changes and feeding a lot lesser. if you can tell, I do not have a filter. I do not have a heater in this tank, as I live in a tropical climate. So the temperatures are consistently from 28 to 32 degrees. So it's ideal for the fishes that are living in here. The tank mates do get along. Occasionally, the discus just bother each other, but that's about it. The beta or fighting fish has been really well behaved, and the neon tetras just scatter around the tank. They don't really like school together because they only do so when there's a threat. From this tank, there isn't. All the fish are rather peaceful. So, thank you for watching.